So welcome to another edition of Real Talk with Real People. This is our segment, Authors Speak. I am Caroline Bethea-Jones, and I'm here with my co-host, Miss Renee Marshall McKinley.
How you doing?
How you doing, Renee?
I'm doing fine.
Yeah, and we got a guest today, don't we?
We do.
Yes, we do. We got the fabulous Denise Sparrow here. Yes. Hi.
Hi.
All right, so before we get started, before we let her talk,
Yes.
I'm going to have Renee read her bio.
Y'all give me some grace, because here we go.
Here we go.
Denise Sparrow is from East Orange, New Jersey, a graduate from East Orange High School and Trenton State College. She recently retired after 32 years of service at an insurance company. She's an entrepreneur. She started her business, Dimple Beauty Collection, LLC, in June 2021. They offer positive-driven t-shirts and tote bags. She's also an author, co-author, certified life coach, and DJ. She's the chair on the advisory board of the Salvation Army of the Oranges and Maplewood, Livingston, and Short Hills. She has a son, Lamar, and 2 grandchildren, Tyrese and Lamaya. I had to practice, y'all. Her siblings are Tracy, Kelly, Jamie, and James Jr. Her parents, James Sr. and the late Dorothy Ann Sparrow.
Oh, wow. Let's clap it up.
Clap it up. Give it up,
We're going to clap it up. And she
Yes.
is our special guest
Yes.
today with Author Speak. So, hi, Denise. How are you doing?
Hi, and happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Glad to be here. Glad to be
And
here.
yes, and she's from East Orange, and where are we sitting? In East Orange.
In East Orange.
Yes, she graced us with a presence here in East Orange, and we're so happy to have her.
Absolutely.
And
We are. So, I don't even know where to begin. Where shall we begin, Renee?
Let's see. So, transparency, because we are always fully transparent.
Transparent.
So, Denise and I go back.
Way back.
We go back. I'm not going to say how many years, but she's part of my sister's circle. Hey, girly group. And Denise and I, well, as I read from her bio, she's a co-author as well as an author. But her co-author part is with me.
Yep.
We wrote a book together called Pouring, A Story of Sisterhood.
Yes.
Yes.
So maybe we could begin there, because I reported out, I don't know, maybe our last podcast, about how I had to encourage, I'm air quoting,
Yes.
encourage my girls into helping me write this book, and they didn't even know they did it. So do you want to start there?
Yeah, because I want to know how that
Denise?
happens. How does that happen? How she get you to do that?
Yes. Well, I want to say first, thank you for having me on your platform.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you, Caroline and Renee.
You're
I really
welcome.
appreciate and grateful for that.
Yes.
Okay, it started out where she wanted us to come up, like, let's do a book, right? So
We're going to get the real scoop now.
So she was asking us to do it, but no one was like really moving. So what she did, she kind of like manipulated it, where she said, "Okay, girls,
manipulate.
let's
That
go,
word.
let's go." And I have some series of questions I want to ask you.
Yeah.
And that's what she did. And then months later, she came up and said, "Okay, we have a book, girls. We have a book." I was like, okay. So that was really nice. That was like, giving us some inspiration and kind of be a collaborative effort for all of us to be co-authors.
Yeah.
That's right.
So
So
she's
I'm going to
always-
ask you, how did that make you feel to know? I mean, yesterday.
The finished product, or
Right, the finished product.
Okay.
Like, yesterday you were just like, okay, well, Renee's my friend. She's asking me these ridiculous questions, so I'm just going to answer her.
Right.
And then the next day, wow, I'm a co-author. So what was that like?
It was really, really nice. And I really appreciate it because that's something I wanted to do anyway.
Oh, okay.
But she kind of like, nudged us. Nudged us to do that.
I do that a lot.
Yeah, she's a great nudger.
I call it cheerleading, but okay. Sometimes I nudge.
Exactly. What you need to know about Renee is that she is a great cheerleader. She's an awesome cheerleader too, because Renee really truly wants to see everybody's success.
Correct.
Absolutely. This is why we love her so much, because she is truly what it means when it says, you want to straighten your queen's crown. You don't want to knock it off her head. Renee doesn't knock crowns off heads. She straightens them, and she's right there with you to help you get everything where you want to go. So I'm grateful that you were able to make that book with her. Now, you said that you always wanted to do that. So let's expound on that a little bit more.
Okay, so when I had like a very bad medical experience, for years of how you say, nerve pain.
Oh, okay.
And I wanted to be able to express my life's journey through that process because it was a very daunting one.
Okay.
And it's a feeling where, I'm in pain constantly. Yeah. And I would be at work and I'm all covered up. You got people laughing at, kind of laughing at me. It's like, oh my God, Denise got all that stuff on. But the air conditioner, it blew on me. And it was very, really chronic because I would actually gaze out the window just to see if the wind is blowing. And if it was, I wasn't going outside. Mm-hmm. So it was a stressful moment in my life, a long period. Mm-hmm. They wanted to do surgery on me, which they eventually did. But I have implants for my entire neck. Wow. Because my spinal cord was like a lima bean where it's supposed to be like a circle. Oh. So I was having extreme nerve pain that was just off the chain, and it would last like 10 minutes, and just agony. And so went to got some opinions from doctors, and they was like, we got to do surgery, and I'm like, because I kept thinking about God rest his soul, Christopher Reeves, when he fell off the horse. So I was like, if they go on my neck, what if I get paralyzed? It took me a while to be able to, to actually succumb to getting it done. And I'm thinking it's going to be like not really easy breezy, but to the point it wouldn't have took me like 7 or 8 years later to now feel like I could be outside and don't affect me anymore it did, And I was going through acupuncture and all kinds of stuff. So, I found this a support group that, was able to talk to and everything, thinking it's the same kind of conditions they had. So that was giving me a sense of comfort. But
that's what started you on your journey to write a book?
That's why, my inkling to write a book,
because you wanted to tell your story.
I wanted to tell the story because it could be able to help other people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
I'm just now hearing about this story. Now, I know Denise's journey through all of this. I never knew that you wanted to write a book about that story all this time. Yeah. You never said that.
Well, no, I haven't. Actually, you know what?
We're uncovering some things, folks.
Well, you know what? My cousin, I have a cousin who had wrote a book back a while ago. Okay. So me and him had a conversation because I had brought that to him. Yeah. But he was like, well, Denise, you want to write a book, you got to, get your like your medical, like maybe like x-rays or all kind of medical facts and figures and stuff like that. And I was like,
that's not what you wanted to write. You wanted to write a personal story about your personal journey. Yes. I understand it.
Yeah. So that's
and trust me, anybody who's going through what you're going through, and first of all, I'm grateful that you even shared that. As a person who's been suffering from fibromyalgia for a long time, and on top of that, a degenerative disc now for 36 years, and the doctors also wanted to do surgery, which I refused for the same reason that you're talking about. No, you're not going in those areas in which I might emerge from that surgery worse off than I am. True. Now, that's my fears talking, because I know a lot of people who've had surgery and who have done quite well.
Exactly. So Denise has done quite well.
And that is the reason why a story, your story, sharing your story would be beneficial
would like to, hear.
To someone like yourself and like myself, who is like you, suffering every single day with some sort of pain, something going on in their body. So, I think it's necessary.
And I guess to be fully transparent, I was like hitting the bottle too, drinking wine and stuff like that, because that oxycodone and stuff. I'm not a person with the pills. I didn't like pills,
Absolutely.
But I, trying to numb the pain, and then it come back. You numbing it for that moment because it did relieve the pain because I wasn't feeling it anymore.
You wasn't feeling it, right?
But then that next day, it's back.
Yeah,
and it got to be like a vicious cycle. So that's one of the things too. So people can be going through that too.
Yeah.
So it deterred. So you didn't write that book because of all the requirements that he was asking you, or the recommendations. Like, why did you not write that book?
I guess because it would have been too much work.
Oh.
Okay, let's talk about it because it is work.
It was like,
it's part of the things that we have over here about the work.
Yes,
so absolutely, let's talk about the work. Because you have to set aside a proper amount of time to write a book. So let's talk about it.
Okay.
So let's talk about that.
Okay.
Because it's funny that Denise said that because when we created Pouring, she was like, hey, when did you find time to do this? Because Nay's always busy. Nay is my nickname too. So Nay's always busy, right? She was like, when did you do this? Because so there were 8 women, including myself. So I had to pull together all the 8 women's stories, their bios, and their pictures before we were able to produce it. And during that time, I was working, doing Keep Yourself Smelling Sweet, probably teaching, just doing things at church, just doing stuff. So she said, when did you find time to do it? I was like, we make time for what we want to do, right?
Well, that's true. You do make time for what you want to do, but it is a real thing.
It is a real thing.
Deception, 19 years later.
And that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
So I'm saying time is a real reason. Unless you are a sit down, I am going to just call myself an author, and I'm just going to sit here and write books. Time is an issue. So let's talk about the time that you found it to be an issue and why. And I'm going to ask you, is it still an issue for you? Because this is a book that I still would like to see done. So let's talk about your time issues.
Okay, I guess basically at the time in which I was stewing about it is when no knowledge of writing a book. So, and for me, I'm the type of person that don't like to really ask people for anything, really.
You got to do the research.
Yeah, and so it's just a matter of getting around people who, like, y'all have all the knowledge to be able to write a book. Now, I have the journals I've done, but have a lot of, expertise in writing. So if I got with some, people or whatever to be able to kind of guide me and how to do it. Yeah. So me, yes, I'd be having ideas in my four walls, but to go and just do it, that's like a, something challenging.
Okay, so, all right, go ahead. No, because I was going to ask another question.
Did you ever just start, like, for the book that you want to write, that you have your vision, did you ever just write one word about it? Like, did you start at any point?
No.
Okay, so that's I'm gonna piggyback off that because I was gonna ask you. Okay, so did you start to do some research then to get to a place where you can write the first word?
Well, you know what I did. I have to try to pull it out, but I did have still like my X-ray, like some of the X-rays and some of the doctors' medical reports and stuff like that. I had that, but to just compile it, just didn't know, how to navigate it.
But I think that you might have been. I'm gonna try to phrase this correctly, because I think that you might have been given not so good advice, because you wasn't trying to write a medical journal about your your journey, because it doesn't sound like that's what she was trying to do. It sounds like
to me at first.
At first, and we could be wrong. So let's ask the question.
Right, that's right.
It sounds like you were trying to write a personal journey story. This is what I went through. This is how I felt. This is what having nerve pain did to me.
Not necessarily
right. You were trying to write a medical journal about what nerve pain is and all that stuff.
And we could be wrong. So tell us what was your vision? What were you thinking?
Yeah, what's the vision?
Yeah.
No, actually that's what it was. I wanted to be able to tell my story and to be able to help anyone that might be going through it, or have a support group. to be able to discuss it, and just have somebody like-minded people that's going through the same thing.
Because to me, the way I see that, just from that piece, it could have been whatever your story was, and this is what I had, just using the name of the condition,
right,
and then just
and this
move
is where
on
I went. These are my doctors. This is how they tried to help me. Right, exactly.
I didn't see, me personally didn't see, okay, I need to have my personal x-rays in there, or what the whole full diagnoses, to the story.
Not unless that's what you were trying to do, but from where we're coming from, we don't see how that was, that should not have been a deterrent. Because I got the impression that where you were trying to go was not there. And I feel like that kind of
stopped her, right? Because she said she didn't want to do the work, right?
Yeah, that kind of stopped her in her tracks. Like, okay, if I got to do all that, I ain't doing none of it.
But let's talk about that, right? So, because Caroline and I talk about it all the time. People want to be the expert. I wrote this book, right? But I did not go to the experts because I didn't necessarily want to hear them filling up my mind with their stuff.
I feel exactly the same way.
I said, this is what I wanted to talk about. This is what I want to do, and this is how I'm going to do it.
Exactly, I agree.
But I could have then went, I could have gone and said, "Hey, girl," because Carolina wrote about 7 books. She wrote so many more books.
Past double digits.
Okay.
So I could have really said, "Caroline, how do you do this? What do you do? Blah 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 blah." And she would have told me her process, but then I probably would have been the same. Oof.
No, first of all, I would not have told you my process.
Okay.
Because of the creativity that's in me. I want that creativity to come out in you. Because my husband, that's his book right there, Ace and Mika, he asked me the same thing, and they got a little bit annoyed at me because I wouldn't give him any real concrete information. And the reason being is because I wanted my husband's creativity to come forth. I didn't want my and then
there's tips, right? So because
I gave him tips. I told him some tips,
right?
But then you had to. I wanted you to be you. I didn't. And one of the things that I never wanted to do, and you said this, I never wanted to be like everybody else. I need to be like me.
Let me tell my own story.
Authentic.
I want you, when you read Someone to Love, Fragile Heart, Deception, Women on the Edge, and all the rest of them, you're gonna see me in there.
That's right.
I don't want you seeing other people. I want you to see me. So that is the advice I would have given you. I would have given you the advice of write it like a journal. Write it like a journal until you get your thoughts out, and then we'll talk about putting it in book form.
And what's great about that is, in our girly group, how many times I bring up journaling and just writing stuff. All this stuff, we used to talk about this all the time, or whether it was just on a chat. So we have a group that we just chat about everything, and I would always give tips just because it was a tip for me. Because sometimes I'll post stuff in the group. Sure, anybody could benefit from it, but I'd be like, I need to remember what I need to remember that, so I'm gonna share it with everybody. And I don't gatekeep. I don't gatekeep. I don't gatekeep. So I used to say all the time, let journal, or just write it down. Just start from anywhere. I had no clue. I don't have a clue.
I have so many pages. Even today, I have so many pages that I started and didn't finish. One of my going things is that, when I leave this world, my daughter's going to be able to take all of these unfinished pages that I have and finish them for me. Right? So I guess what me and Renee is saying is the first step is starting. Just start. And then after you wrote everything that you wanted to say, then we can talk about what's the format, what do I need to do, this and that. But I would hate for you. I hate that you got deterred simply because of all the things they said you needed, when that wasn't even where you were trying to go in the first place. So I hate the fact that you were deterred.
But here's a good thing, though. Here's another thing that's good, though. Even though she got deterred from that specific book, she did go on to write some journals, right? So you did become an author, another avenue, right? Even though you still have a story to tell, which we do hope that you revisit. We do hope that you revisit
that story. But let's talk about your journals.
Okay. I have the journals because I have been journaling. Journaling. Got like five books altogether.
Okay. Oh, great.
And
did you bring them?
Yes, I did.
Oh, can you put them on the table so we can see them?
So you always got to be prepared, right?
Because we got everybody else's books all over the place, so we're going to have yours over here too.
So here's a secret.
Ooh,
So when my girls tell me that they're doing something, I'm going to support it. So I brought all of these books. I never told Denise that I brought them.
She didn't.
Oh, wow.
As soon as she shared her link, I was like, wait a minute.
Very beautiful.
I went and brought every single one.
I actually need a meal plan for real. I'm seeing a nutritionist right now, and she's telling me, you need to be writing this stuff down. I need you to write down what you ate today. You know? I'm like, all right, I'm going to do that one day.
So I'm that secret girl that will support behind the scenes. You don't even never have to know. How long ago did you write these?
It was like years, about a year and a half, 2 years ago.
And all this time, she didn't know I even had them.
No, I didn't until she recently had told me.
So let us talk about them. So what inspired you?
What inspired me is, well, you know what? I'm going to just go a little bit further ahead with Oprah, because Oprah always said, journal, right?
Yeah.
And I would do that. And I said, well, you know what? What about other people? Because, I'm always trying to think about other people, too. Yeah. So I said, well, what if people want to start off doing journal? Yeah. This is what I say, it's journaling for people who like beginners.
Yes.
This is what, this is all about, So that's why I did that. And then I had my little sayings in there, like, in the beginning of the page. That's, what I came up with, And then actually I have a T-shirt. This is with a T-shirt.
I think I had that one. I think I had that T-shirt. I had the books. Yes. But I think I had that T-shirt too. Yeah.
Yes. I need this book right here. We used to wait in 2025, 2022, 21.
That's right.
You're like dot.
Oh my God. All right, so I'm going to read this in the cover. It says, gratitude is an expression of your heartfelt appreciation for the simplest things in life. And I could not agree more.
She is the goat of gratitude, let me tell you.
Oh my God, these are beautiful.
Thank you. And also too, I'm also
these are really beautiful.
with the book with this. Our book Sisterhood, and how he's like, okay, we could do poems or whatever, right? So I'm like, okay,
yes, that's right.
So we did a poem,
yes.
And now I've been tapping in doing poems and stuff like that. So that's another thing, that I'm gonna have in my bucket list to create.
Poetry is always good. I have a poetry book out. Yeah, it's old though. I mean, like I was in my 20s and 30s when I,
But what happened? So, because Caroline knows that I always say that I'm not creative. In my head, I'm just not that creative girl. Because she can write a character and let it be flawless. But for me, creativity, most of the time I write stuff that's true to life for me. So, in this book, we had some space. And so I reached out to the girls. I was like, hey, anybody want to write a poem? And they were like, write a poem. But they didn't say no.
Right.
They didn't say no.
We're going to have you read that poem, too.
Wrote a poem.
She's going to read it, too. She's going to read it.
Yes.
She's going to read it. She's going to read it. Yeah, you're going to read that poem.
She made me read one.
I made Denise read a poem. You going to read it? You going to read? Here, take the book. Don't even say I don't got the book. I got the book.
It's great because, people can hear your voice and feel what you were trying to feel,
Exactly.
Yeah.
We love that. We love that. These books these journals are actually beautiful. It is so funny because when I first wrote Someone to Love, which was like a long time ago, I also I created a journal for it as well, because what I wanted people to do was read Someone to Love, take notes in the journal, and then when we have our book discussion, you would be able to we would talk about your notes, right? So I love that. That is amazing. I love it.
What's your poem called, Denise?
Okay. The Sisterhood. I'm trying to get my peepers. Get my peepers.
We need those glasses. I put them on.
I got mine over here too.
I put them on.
Sisterhood is showing up and showing out for your sister without a doubt. Sisterhood is being there to support you day or night. She would even take an unexpected flight to see and make sure you are all right. A sister you can speak your truth and not be judged, because they got your back and will not give you any slack. Sisterhood is a great camaraderie amongst women who are leveling up to pour their overflow into their sister's cup. I appreciate the love and support received from the sisterhood, because I know they will make sure I am good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes,
And you know what I love about that poem is that it references like pouring, sisterhood,
Yes,
all of that, because the
yes.
name of the book is Pouring.
Right.
What is
Yes.
it? What's the whole
Yes.
the whole title is A Story of Sisterhood Pouring.
Yeah.
So, and she was able to do a poem that reflected that
Yes.
without you even knowing that there was going to be a book.
Right.
See, that's a see.
She had it. She
Yes.
had it.
That's
Yes,
what I'm saying.
yes.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
sometimes you do have to encourage somebody to get something out, right? And when they think,
Absolutely.
and this is what I talked about last podcast, when you ask somebody to help you, they're willing to help you.
Yeah.
When you ask somebody to do an assignment, sometimes they're not always likely to complete that assignment.
Yeah.
But when someone's helping you,
Yeah.
they will get it done for you.
No, I agree
Yeah.
with that. I agree with that, and I have to get better at that because I'm always giving people assignments, and they're always looking at me like,
Because it's another choice, a task, and it's like, ugh.
and the first words out their mouth is, I may not got no time for that. But you're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
When you ask somebody to help you,
Yeah.
that's a you know what, Renee, what I was thinking about after our last podcast, and I said that when we get our first guest, which is Miss Denise, I wanted us to once again offer up another opportunity for a collective story.
Oh, writing with friends.
Yes, another
Yes.
version of writing with friends. But I wanted to include it
Yes.
in this particular podcast because I wanted all
this
of us
season.
together,
In this, yes.
us and our first guest,
Yes.
to figure out the scenario. Because you know why? Because it gives us an opportunity to talk about some of the things that we like to talk about when we talk about tips on writing realistic dialogue,
Yeah.
or how to write a book with no experience. And this gives us an opportunity to do that. So we're going to talk about how to write a book with no experience. Because even though you would say, Caroline, you got experience, but I have experience with writing a book all by myself. Now, writing with friends was our first
And that was so fun.
experience. So,
Yeah.
and you know, we and just to put it out there, like full disclosure, we offered it up to all of our guests, right?
Yes. So
We
last
did.
season,
Yes.
we did offer it up to everybody, and people said yes.
People said yes,
but we're not that kind of be following up behind
Right.
you. If you say
Yes.
you're going to do it, the deadline is
yes,
this.
every single one of our guests said yes.
Yeah.
But none of them produced anything.
Right.
Yeah.
okay.
And this is not a bashing.
It's not, because this
This
is what
is-
happened to us.
Right.
In
And
2017,
yes.
this is what she started out talking about.
And this is exactly what we're. This is why we're bringing it up.
Yeah.
Because we're telling you what happens
Yeah.
when a person has they have the idea.
Yeah.
They want to do it.
Yeah.
But sometimes there's no follow through for lots of reasons.
Sure.
One, you don't have time. Two, you don't think you're good enough. Three, you don't think, what can I add to this? Or,
right.
I don't know, I never wrote anything
Yeah.
like that. So I like to discuss that
Yeah.
because, you know, I like to encourage people to write.
Absolutely.
When people tell me, oh, you know what, I think I got a good book in me, something goes on in my head and I'll be like,
Because let's hear it, let's get it.
let's get together.
Let's
Let's start making this happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. So we're going to do the same thing. So,
Oh, excellent.
according to this paper, it says, writing a book could seem overwhelming, especially if you don't have any prior experience.
Right.
But with the right mindset and approach, anyone can create an engaging, well-written, and meaningful book. And I believe that.
Absolutely.
I really do.
Absolutely.
So, will it be a romance novel or a self-help book? Whatever you choose, you got to make sure it's a a genre that
Right.
you're passionate about.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start there.
Okay.
We're gonna start there. What do we think we want to do? Because when we did writing with friends the first time around, I gave a random scenario, but I don't want to give the scenario this time because I don't want to be the one that's always doing it. So together, the three of us. This is our writing room, y'all.
Okay.
We just created a writing room.
Okay.
So what's it gonna be?
You all can't see my face.
You don't have to see her face because you already know from her voice. So let's start right there. What's it gonna be?
Tea.
So what?
Right, we need a sip of tea.
biscuit
We're
tea.
pausing because
Yes.
it's tea time.
All right, they're gonna take a
Okay.
sip of their tea, but they're not gonna get out of this.
Oh boy.
Okay. So this is what a writing room is.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is what we do in a writing room,
Okay.
and I actually want to create a writing room. So this is giving us some practice right now
Oh, I
to get a
love
writing
that.
room.
So let's
together.
just give a little bit of backstory.
Yeah.
So last season, Caroline came up with a scenario, very generic scenario, and it was kind of romantic. To me, it was romantic.
It wasn't.
But mine kind of turned into
it could have been a romance, but it was self-help romance.
Yeah, because the scenario was a person had
a woman.
A woman. Was it woman?
It was a woman.
A woman had phobias.
And
she went to her therapist. And her therapist suggested that she go to an island.
Yes. To confront her fears. A Caribbean island to confront her fears. That was the scenario.
Right. So it really wasn't.
Yeah, you took that from however you wanted it.
You could have made it anything you wanted.
However you wanted it.
Right. So we had a little phobia in there, but then I turned mine into a little bit of romance.
I think we all kind of did.
We all kind of did.
Yeah.
And we didn't collaborate.
Nope.
We wrote it individually.
No collaboration.
And what was great about it could have been one page to however many pages you wanted.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So that was really great about it too. And it took some of the pressure off. There was no check-in. Once
we had a deadline.
Right.
We had a deadline because I wanted to be able to have it, and just like this one, I want to be able to have it by the end of the year.
I needed the whole time.
So what I wanted to do was publish it at the end of the year.
And first of all, I didn't even know she was doing that.
Yeah.
I think we were talking about, okay, we were going to pull it all together, and we were talking on the phone. She was like, "They send me your stuff." I'm like, "Okay, here it is." She said, because I can hear her. Y'all, I'm typing. This is Caroline. She said, "Okay, the book's done." I'm like, "What do you want?" What do you mean the book's done?
and just like she tricked y'all.
Yes, did the same thing. Okay.
I know eventually it was gonna happen, but Caroline is so well versed in her subject matter with writing books and pulling it all together that baby took I want to say less than a week.
Yeah, I was done in like 2 weeks.
It was just right. She was like, "I'm waiting on you." I said, "Oh, here it is."
Yeah, and then it's so funny because I was waiting for everybody else.
True. Right.
To give me
because they all said yes,
and they all said yes, and they all said, "Okay, I'll have it," and no one produced it.
Yeah.
So I said to my husband, I said, "Oh man, I don't know if I'm gonna." It's short stories. I only got 2, me and Renee's. I don't know if it's enough pages for me to be able to print anything.
Right.
So I was like, "Oh, I'll write something," and I was like, "Okay." I gave him the scenario, and in 2 days he was done.
And he had but he's coming off of a high of writing his
he had just finished publishing Ace and Me. Yes.
And that book is this thick. And I was like, he did what?
Yeah. But it was really great.
It was a great experience.
And even though it wasn't as big as I wanted it to be, but it was enough pages for me to print it. Yeah, but like she said, we started.
Yeah.
Right.
And so what happens when you start something like this, you have opportunities to keep going.
That's right.
So now this is going to be our thing.
Yeah.
Every single year.
Said we were going to do.
Yeah. Every single year, we're going to ask our guests to participate in this. So we're starting with you. So now we're creating a writing room because now we're trying to pull. And this is so much fun for me. Y'all don't.
I'm not gonna lie.
Y'all,
it's a struggle
like
me.
I said, y'all can't see my face. like Renee said. I'm so giddy right now because
you can hear it in
That's
the voice
heart.
too.
this is definitely my heart.
It is.
This
Your passion.
I have this motto which I say every single time, right? So I'm gonna say it again because it's appropriate right now. Don't ask the world what it needs.
That's right.
Ask yourself what makes you come alive and go do that.
Yeah.
Because what the world needs is people who have come alive. I'm telling you, I come alive when I am creating.
Yeah.
When I'm putting words down as a song, because I'm a songwriter too. When I'm creating a character.
But see, you guys are similar in that vein. This is DJ Dimple, one Dimple over here.
Okay, DJ One Dimple.
Yes, she's a karaoke queen.
Okay.
I just saw something on Facebook where you were out there karaokeing by yourself.
Last night.
Really, girl, you need to invite me. I love karaoke.
She was karaokeing by herself.
Now,
so this is
let
great.
me put my disclaimer.
Yes.
No one said I was a singer.
Right.
Okay.
But you said music.
I'm a songwriter because I'm a songwriter,
yes.
right? I wrote my own songs and I sang my own songs.
Yes.
I have a CD out.
Yes.
I'm not saying I'm a singer.
Right.
But saying that I enjoy singing, I enjoy writing music, I enjoy that part of it.
And you show up.
and I show up, and it gives me just what I just said. Don't ask the world what it needs. Do you need me to sing this song? No, you don't. I don't care.
Am I gonna?
But
Where's
ask
the mic?
yourself what makes you come alive. Do it make me come alive to do this?
Right.
Yes, it does.
Right.
You have choices.
Absolutely.
The choice to listen or not.
Right.
But you don't get to choose what I do.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
Okay.
So that's where I'm at.
But
My
I just had an
creativity
idea.
takes me everywhere.
I just had an idea.
Oh,
Yes.
good. We're here with ideas. This is the
Because
writing room, y'all.
This is the writing room, right? So you can start your book, right? You wanted to talk about your chronic journey. We can develop that, but you can still take your piece and further it out. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So okay. So here's the topic. Here's the topic. I have I've been suffering 5 years with this chronic illness, and I just don't know what to do. We can write about that.
Okay, so you want that to be okay.
I'm just trying to figure out a way where we can also help Denise
Okay.
pull out her book, because her initial thought was you wanted to write a book about your chronic illness and your journey, right? So we can take that little piece of the topic, you put a little piece of it in the book, but then you finish your book you add on to it for your full book.
Okay,
You know what I'm
gotcha.
saying? So that would be just a little excerpt of the book. Of course, you started, middle it, and end it, but then you take what you started and make it into a bigger book for yourself.
All right, so our writing
hear
with
what I'm
friends,
saying?
our
Okay.
writing with friends is going to be then we're going to write about a chronic illness.
I'm
asking.
suggesting.
Yeah, I'm asking.
So what do you think? Would that be something to help you get started with writing the actual book that you want to write?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think so. At
That's
least
what
I
we
have
do. We help
a
her.
bench, a starting point,
Yeah.
and then I could just, like you said,
Then
add on, be
further
able
it.
to,
Yeah.
All right, so we're looking at a journal then, right? No, or a story, a short story.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, but a journal, that would be a good idea. Ooh, this is more than my back.
All right. I just want to make sure we're getting this all good. So we're gonna do a short story about a chronic illness. It doesn't matter what the illness is.
Doesn't matter what
because
the
the
illness
only scenario is a chronic illness.
Yeah.
And it has to be a short story.
Short story.
So we have
Tell
to
us what a short story means. What's a short story?
Well, a short story can be anywhere from 1 page to 15 pages.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you want it to be personal, or do we make this up?
Well,
I actually do have chronic.
Yes,
so,
and mine's
so
gonna be personal.
let it be. It could be both. I mean, it's a story.
Right, it is a story.
You got this going.
Because my shoulders was hurting. Yes.
Okay.
You talking about knees and
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we can either make it up, or we can incorporate some of our own personal into a made up story.
Absolutely.
Because to me, that's what fiction is. It is developing a character. It could be somebody you know, but you just it's not all real.
Right.
So because I if we're okay with our personal, but here's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
It's not just the three of us who's going to be writing this.
No.
It's going to be, we're going to open this up to all of our
Yes.
guests. So we want to make sure that it's palatable for everybody to be able to
whoever
participate.
does not want to share their own story, they can make it up. So Denise can parallel her story into Jennifer, who has has a such and such, and then, but you can develop once you get your story together. Then you can take yours. I suffered for all these years with whatever you got going on. This is what happened to me. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
But I do like it because it's in the same vein as what we did, because she had a phobia. So now it's another character with a chronic illness. Okay, I get that. All right, I can get that. Okay.
And she can,
So step 2 of that was develop your idea.
Okay.
Which is what we were doing. So it says once you've chosen your genre, it's time to develop your idea, which we just did.
We just did it.
It says brainstorm ideas that you find interesting and unique, which we just did.
yes.
One technique is to create mind maps or outlines to help organize your ideas. Jot down main themes and subtopics that come to mind, which we didn't jot it down, but we did it right. Okay, so we're on point because that's what we did.
Yeah.
Now, step 3 says plan your book. Now that you have a solid idea, you need to plan the structure of your book. Think about how you want to begin and end your book. It's also important to consider the middle, where the bulk of the context will be.
Right.
So divide your book into sections or chapters and decide what each section will be.
Okay.
And then the fourth step is research.
Yeah.
So even if we're doing this and it's not something that we can be familiar with, we can research chronic
Because
illnesses.
I think
So
you
that-
had a real one.
I had a real one.
She had a not for this. For our previous book,
Yeah.
you wrote down a real phobia.
Yeah.
My phobia was made up.
Oh, you made I didn't even realize you made up your phobia.
I don't even know what I called it right now, but it wasn't real.
Yeah, my phobia was my woman suffered from a real phobia, and
Yeah,
it was
no.
and I wanted something romantic in a way. Her phobia, I forgot the name of it because
Oh,
I would
no,
have
me
to go
too.
get the book. But it translates. It was a fear of falling in love, which was a real phobia.
Wait, was
Yeah.
mine?
Okay.
I think mine was made
Yeah,
up.
so it was a fear, and Al's was real
Yeah.
because his character was afraid of speaking in public.
In public.
Yeah.
So it can be
That's a
real, or
common
it can
one.
be
Yeah.
made up. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, this is our book. This is
Yeah.
our story. We can
Right.
develop it the way we do.
So we did all of the parts. So
We did all the parts.
because step 5 is start writing. So we haven't started writing yet because we're doing the whole development part of it right now.
So are we doing like last time? We're going to turn it in November, and then December.
Yes,
we're going to pull
December
together.
we want
Okay.
right.
So if anybody's like me, because I'm a procrastinator when it comes to certain things, so let's just say that we're going to, for our own personal selves, me, have a checkpoint in June.
Yeah.
I need to tell myself, I know I have to psych myself out sometimes. In June, I need to have at least 2 pages written. All right. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you like me, but that's how I have to go. I
And the
have to go
good
down
thing
it.
about it for you and Denise is that you're in the very beginning of it.
Yes.
So now every single guest we have is going to have less and less time
Yes.
to write this story,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
It seems like it's not fair, but no, that's how it works
Yeah.
when you're
Yeah.
doing teamwork
Yeah.
like this. So you have more time. You have a whole year.
Oh, a
almost.
year. We got a whole
You
year.
got a whole
We
year.
got a whole year because it's just November.
Right.
Yes,
So you have
November.
Denise. You have a whole year.
Yeah.
I need a whole year.
And you might need a whole year
need it.
because we're doing this, and I love that. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
We're doing this assignment to get you started on
Yes.
writing your book. So
This is for you, Denise.
so
Yes,
right.
thank
So
you.
so this is why this is
Grateful.
so important and why you have a whole year.
Yeah.
Because this is all about you right now. This is
I'll
all
tell you,
about us helping you
The Holy
get
Ghost
your
will
book
come
out.
through. The Holy Ghost help me, Holy Ghost.
me tell you
Thank you
something.
for that because I had no idea.
Well,
what
no,
were gonna
we
talk
didn't
about.
have no idea.
And then I was like, okay, how can we also do
Yeah.
that with helping Denise?
Yeah.
So, even though we talk about writing stuff and we're doing stuff
Yeah.
together, it's still also to help other people.
And that's what
Always.
Service.
when
Yeah.
we started this podcast, one of the things that we said, Renee and I, we want to make sure this is not about us,
Right.
about us being authors.
Yeah.
Oh, who cares,
Yeah.
right? But our journey had to be about us helping others.
Always.
We always needed
Yeah.
to make sure that we were assisting others in following their dream. And if you have a dream of writing, which is why we have authors on here who are established,
Yes.
authors who are not established,
Right.
and hopefully we're going to get some individuals in here who have not started their books yet.
Yeah. Well, Denise.
Well,
has
Denise
not-
is right.
because-
Denise, right.
Because these are journals, so that's
Okay.
different from
Okay.
Yes.
That's
from
true.
a action. It's a book.
It is a book.
It's just a
Yeah,
book.
and published.
Right.
Yeah.
She wants to write a. I don't even know how to call it. She wants to write.
It would be
not
a
a journal, a
it
non-journal.
would be a novel.
She wants to write
Yeah,
a non-journal.
a biography or
Yes. So,
nonfiction
in this
book.
arena, she's brand new. She's just
Okay.
Right.
And that's
Yes,
what we were
absolutely.
looking for too.
Yes.
We were looking for individuals that we can encourage.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad we started with you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm
thank
so
you.
glad we started with the encouragement to we're going to be so proud of you when this book materializes
I
because
know
we
I
know
am.
it's going to materialize.
Yes. Oh,
Yes,
she know
yes.
because you don't say anything around me.
Absolutely, and that's what I tell this. And you
You'll
and me
nudge,
both. You
nudge.
and I are both the same
They'll
way.
nudge me on both sides.
Do not say anything in front of me about what you, because I'm going to keep on you
We
until
gonna
we
figure
get
out.
this done, right?
All you gotta do is say, "Girl, I want some fried chicken."
But wait.
Okay, well, who got the best fried chicken? What we
Because Renee and I are always trying to assist people reach their highest
We
peak.
do. We do.
And we don't. That's our
We do.
calling,
It's
right?
not selfish. It's not.
That's our calling.
Yes,
And it's so funny because we're going to talk about something else in a minute.
Yeah.
And this is going to take take us right into it.
Okay.
This is me and Renee's calling, and it's not just our calling here in this place.
Mm-hmm.
It's my calling in my ministry, Sisters Helping Sisters in Christ Ministry. It's her calling in Bells in Bloom.
Bells and Bloom. Just all of it.
All
Keep
of
yourself
it.
smelling sweet.
Keep yourself smelling
I'm a
sweet.
in church, so they know.
Exactly. So I want to talk. I mentioned Bells in Bloom because I wanted to talk about Bells in Bloom again, and I know we talked about it yesterday. Yeah. Just so our audience know, Bells in Bloom is going to stay in rotation.
Yes.
Because Bells in Bloom is also an ongoing project, because I'm trying to get Renee to actually turn that into a book project as well.
Yeah,
and it's going to happen because anything you put into the universe is going to happen. Yes. And I want to talk about Bells in Bloom. Why? Because we have a bell.
Yes. Which one of us? All three of us.
All three of us. That's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm trying to say. We now have another bell.
Yes, we do.
Sitting here.
Yes.
So I want Denise, because Renee and I talked last time, and that podcast is coming out soon. And we talked about the experience of being a bell. And I talked about how grateful I was that I was able to join. Yes. Yeah. So I want to give you the floor and have you talk about what it's like to be a bell in Bloom.
Okay. Well, it's an experience, a pictorial experience.
Yes, it is.
And it's just gathering women to be able to express themselves through fashion and just bloom, I guess.
Absolutely.
Bloom. You know, everyone networks fellowship. And it's just opening doors for new relationships where people can, kind of talk with each other and get together and be able to explain or exhibit how they feel and what they can do. Everybody has their different creativity and stuff like that. So I love it, first of all, because I love being in front of the camera.
Oh, do you?
I love this. I love it.
I don't, though. Believe it or not, I don't. But I told her daughter Jocelyn, thank you for making me feel beautiful, because it's part of the reason why. Okay, please get that camera out my face. But Jocelyn makes you feel beautiful.
Absolutely.
And so I think I can get over myself with trying to always hide from the camera.
I saw some of those. So our last pictorial experience was orange.
Yes.
And the orange ladies, they were showing out.
I thought we looked amazing. I thought the group picture was amazing.
And
Miss Denise Sparrow.
I was like, Jocelyn, give me a sexy pose. I always got to be sexy.
Jocelyn said,
and it was. Oh my gosh!
Because I didn't see the pictures. I didn't see the pictures. Normally, I'll help Jocelyn style people, but I had our baby. So when I saw those pictures come out, I said, my girl was doing it.
I said, all right now, Denise, all right now.
I said, oh my God, my girls.
I said, I love it.
Coming out of them shells.
Yes.
Bells in Bloom is doing what it's supposed to do to make us feel good inside and out.
Because that's what it was designed to do, to make you feel good. It is time for us to feel good about ourselves.
Absolutely.
We do so much for everybody else, and I'm that part right there. I spend so much time doing everything for everybody, which I love. By the way, I'm not complaining about it. It was fun.
It's an amazing experience, and I'm grateful to be able to partner with my daughter Jocelyn, who's a photographer, and she makes everybody feel beautiful. Because first of all my women are beautiful. All my bells are so beautiful, and we just want them to know that they are beautiful. That's it. Period. No, there's no this is not my color. There's none of that. That. We are beautiful people. Period.
And you make everyone feel that way, which is a marvelous thing. And so tell them about the up and coming. And the reason why I'm making Renee talk about this all the time, because this gonna be a book. You know what? Here is how you ease people into things. Okay. Remember, my audience. We just turned this last hour into our writing room. So right now,
What
this is
time
our
is it?
this is our writing room right now.
So obviously this is gonna be 2 podcasts, I guess. We gonna break this up.
Listen, okay.
So I had spoken to Caroline previously about Bells and Bloom because I had an idea. And I don't even know if you remember, but after our second or third photo shoot, I was like, guys, I got an idea about turning this into a book. Now, my vision was to probably do like a coffee table book, pictorial experience with the book. You know, we would have, this is how I saw it. We would have the group picture in there, and then each woman would have their own page as a spotlight for them. But it would spotlight their fashion. You all could probably say, you know, give me a little saying, a little, you know, what your tagline is. So I can see that being a lookbook. That's what you call it, coffee table lookbook. As a matter of fact, what's so interesting about that is First Lady Michelle Obama just put out her book called Look. Now, Miss Michelle Obama, I had that idea a couple of years ago. I'm just saying. I'm not copying you. But I would love to copy you, okay? I'm just saying that. But we, you know, Jocelyn and I had that idea when we came out 5 years ago to do a look. And I just have not had the time. So in between that, we did this. I did another book. Then our book came out. So it's coming. Yeah. And also I had an idea for a coloring book. Coloring book. Although we know that our colors, each pictorial experience has colors.
Right.
But I wanted to take the color out.
Yeah.
Then each person can design.
I'm going to pose a question. What can Denise and I do to help you?
Write the book. And see, I love that.
In case y'all did not hear that, her answer was write the book. Okay.
And I love that. I'm grateful for that. But the other things that I'm doing, right? So acting requires I gotta be there on set. Kind of. We're gonna talk about Denise's book. We're gonna develop.
I was gonna mention too that, you know, it's been busy too with the Salvation Army.
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
Because what's your role in that? Tell us again.
I'm the chairperson from the advisory board.
Yeah.
So, and we have majors that came over from Guyana, because every like 3 to 5 years, they are majors, but the last ones that were there were captains. So they do their mission, you know, the East Orange Corps, which is right there on Main Street. Right. And then this last couple, they went out to Boston. So now they're there. So we got majors that came in from Guyana. Wow. So, of course, they're new.
Yeah.
So, and they should have been here, but, you know, with the what was happening with the
air traffic, and
all that, kind of stuff, all that stuff.
So with that, so they're going to be doing Salvation Army tasks with you in Orange?
Yeah, they're here, stationed in East Orange to take over as the facilitators or the ones who service the Corps there. And as advisory board members, you know, we kind of like guide them, or we try to you know, let them know what the happenings are, or they'll let us know as well. So we have the task of doing the turkey giveaways. So we've been busy doing that. Right. So, and also to touch on see, I'm always wanting to get with people that are going through things like with the pandemic. I wanted to start a Facebook group for single people that were living alone during the pandemic, because at first I was like, oh no, I want to go back to work. I can't be sitting home by myself. I go to work to talk to people, you know, and stuff like that, right? And but after a while, when the money, you know, you were saving money, I was like, oh, okay, I can get with this. But I tried to start a Facebook page, but no one was biting, because I wanted to be able to, you know, I notice people out there suffering, you know, sitting in a house and not, you know, not having that interaction with people, and not, you know, communing because they didn't want you to go outside and stuff like that. Right. So that was something. Like so I'm always trying to, you know,
and don't ever give up, right? We always thinking the cap is always on. The cap is always on. Sometimes things stick and sometimes they don't. Right. If it doesn't stick, move on to the next. But don't ever stop trying to be better for yourself
Yeah,
and be
yeah.
better for other people.
For other people, yeah. And mainly for yourself, though.
But that takes us back to your journal.
Yeah.
Because read us some of the titles of your journals.
Okay, this one is a meal planner.
Uh-huh.
This one's Journal Your Journey of Gratefulness.
I like that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And this one I had Gratefulness is Finding Your Path Within Your Journey.
Yeah.
Moments of Appreciation. Moments of appreciation is a feeling of being right where you are in the exact point in time.
Well, I love
Yes,
that one.
yes,
Love
yes,
that.
yes.
Yeah, and this one you already mentioned. Gratitude is the greatest of all time. GOAT. And then Release Your Weight in
Right.
2024.
Or 2025,
Or
26,
2025,
or 27,
yes.
28. Yeah.
So let's talk about
Yeah.
what was the reasoning behind each journal, because they're niches, right? So what was the reason behind each of the journals? Why did you choose to write about, like, for example, the first one is meal planning. What made you say, okay, I'm going to choose meal planning as one of my journals?
Okay, because everyone's always trying to lose weight.
Yeah.
Well, as Missy Allen say, don't say lose, you say release weight.
Release weight.
Yeah. So I just thought this was a good idea for people to kind of track what they're eating.
Yes,
give them some ideas so they know what kind of stay away from and what they need to step up with, more vegetables or whatever.
And this is health and wellness.
Absolutely.
As we as women need to really stay on top of our health and wellness.
Yeah.
Right.
We need to be responsible for ourselves.
Absolutely.
And what we put in our bodies. Yeah.
What was your next one?
Journal Your Journey of Gratefulness. This is one where always like gratitude, grateful, for all things.
Yeah.
And so it's just like a beginner's guide into having people, start their journaling.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was what that was about.
Okay.
Moments of appreciation, same thing. That's another thing where I, say 100% grateful, thankful, blessed, and appreciative.
Yes.
That's another one that we have to be able to, express, to say that you appreciate.
Absolutely.
So this is where it's about. And then gratitude again. I'm always, just grateful about all things. And I'm just saying that because that's like the one word that we hear all the time, and that is like the core word. And I said that's the greatest of all time because I know that is like the trending of all things is gratitude.
Gratitude. Yeah.
And again, release the weight. Just to track your
that's
your
it.
food
I like that one.
And what's interesting about that, right? So if you didn't see, because when I hear that title, it's twofold in my head. One, weight, food, physical food, but two, weight, gravity, of something else, just like weighing on
baggage.
your baggage.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's true.
So Denise, tell us how much the books cost, how much those journals cost, where they can buy them from.
Barnes and Noble.
Okay.
Did I say Barnes and Noble?
Yeah, you did.
X that.
Scratch that.
Amazon.
Okay.
Barnes and Noble.
Well, maybe you want to be putting them on Barnes and
that
Noble.
might be that's
okay.
in the universe.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Universe.
Hey, I'm gonna reach out to Barnes and Noble myself.
So $10.
Oh, okay, that's great. Okay, do you like me and Renee? Do you have books that you keep
to sell?
Like,
you know how Purim was wearing in my trunk.
I know, right? Yes, in the box. Had it in the box in the trunk.
Yes, we are trunk sellers around here.
Okay.
So you have supply.
I have some. Not all the
Not all of them.
all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some I gave as keepsakes to people.
Yeah, no, I get that. I get that too.
We just,
we're just wondering.
Just wondering because right now it's probably a book in my.
Yeah, because as entrepreneurs, we do a lot of this by ourselves. Now, one of the questions we didn't ask her yet, so I'm glad we extended this because we need to ask her the questions that we normally ask. Did you self-publish the books, or did they go through a traditional publisher?
I went through what do you call it?
KDP.
Yes.
Oh, KDP. Yeah. So great.
Because
So
when she said
yeah.
Amazon, it just led me to that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, KDP, yeah, it was me too.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And me too.
and so that's why we're asking the questions, because when you are a self-publisher, a lot of times we have to market ourselves better,
Yes.
and we don't do that.
Yeah.
And like, I just found out like recently, at Renee's birthday party, that you wrote a book, that you wrote the journals. Like,
Yeah.
I mentioned when I first met you that we had authors speak, and I don't think you mentioned your journals to me at all.
No, I didn't. I know. I haven't been
See what I mean?
advertised.
Look at me making messes over here. I'm dropping my mic, y'all. So just ignore me. But I want us to expand a little bit on marketing.
Yeah.
As a self-published author,
Yeah.
we don't do. Let me rephrase. I hate saying we when I'm talking about myself.
Okay.
I don't do a very good job at marketing myself. Let's talk about marketing.
I do it well sometimes. So a friend of mine had written a book, and in the book, it was an opportunity to have the purchaser, pre-buy the book, but also be included in the book. And I was like, man, that is genius. That was genius idea. Otherwise, we would have had to work a little bit harder. So what I did was I created a flyer, sent it out to each of the 8 women, and the flyer said, oh, if you pre-purchase a book from Denise, your name will be in the book. So each woman received that same flyer. And so you'll see many names inside that book, which was very helpful for us. Even though, I still sold books outside of my trunk. Trunk. But that was a great tool to use to get people to buy books.
And here my name is right here.
Caroline
Bethea-Jones. So my name is in this book too.
And that's how you know people love you too, because they're willing to pre-order books sight unseen. They don't know what's going on, what it's really about.
So one of the things that I do well is support.
Yes.
And between myself, my daughter, we support everybody.
Yes.
But when it comes time for us getting support, it seems to fly away.
Right.
And so we're not ones to beg people to do things for us. And we, all of us have that in common here.
Yeah.
Because you started out saying that, we're asking somebody, for something. But I am a great supporter.
Yeah.
I support everything,
Same.
and I support everyone because I want to see everyone succeed.
Yeah.
And then when you're expecting, and my daughter says the first problem y'all have is with the expectations. Don't be expecting, but I have to admit I don't get the support that I give out.
Yeah,
I really don't.
I agree.
So
and like I mentioned to Denise wrote these journals.
Yeah,
she got a group of 8 women at her fingertips. She kind of said, "Oh, I wrote journals," and that was it.
That's what I'm saying.
Now, me, because I'm the cheerleader supporter, I said, "Well, I'm just gonna buy them, but I'm not gonna say anything about it." I brought them. They at my house.
I'm gonna buy them too because I actually need each and every one of them. That's why I asked her if she had a supply with her. But I'm just gonna go on Amazon
what I'm
and buy
saying
them.
is, you mentioned about marketing.
Yeah.
Denise just mentioned it.
But we really have to talk about marketing because you really need to start marketing.
You have to.
You need to even still be marketing pouring.
Yeah, I do.
Listen, not only do I need to be marketing Deception, which is gonna be out.
Right.
I need y'all to read Someone to Love and Fragile Heart because it's connected to deception. So in order for you to really get a good understanding of deception, you need to read Someone to Love and Fragile Heart because they're connected. It's a trilogy.
Absolutely.
So my marketing is beginning. I'm starting to, but I don't know how to do it. So what I'm doing is that I'm throwing it out there on Facebook.
Okay.
Facebook can't be my only market.
It cannot. It is not.
So that's what I'm saying.
It is. Social media is not the only.
It can't be. So I don't know where to go. I don't even know where to begin.
We also talked about starting a book, not a book drive. What do we call it? Well, we were gonna bring authors in. And everybody's gonna bring their.
And I still want to do that.
Book fair.
A book fair.
We were saying it was gonna be a book fair. So again, timing.
Timing.
But we have talked about that and. That's one of our charges.
Yeah, it's one of our charges, and we got to put it on the calendar. But again, like you said, you're busy, I'm busy, we all doing things.
And we know a lot of authors.
Yeah.
We have...
Speak at a book club.
Oh, absolutely.
So as we winding this down, what I am going to say is that we're putting out a clarion call for independent bookstores.
Yeah.
Okay.
Book clubs. Please connect with us.
Sure.
Connect with Author Speak. Connect with Renee and myself. Information will be in this tagline. Miss Denise Sparrow is here. We've just started just now. This is how things happen. We just started a writer's room like just now.
Just now.
Okay.
Just now.
We just started it just now. So we want to connect with authors.
Yeah.
We want to connect with entrepreneurs. We want to connect with businessmen and women. If you have a store, if you have a way that we can advertise, or if you can, let's share. Let's share some information. So that's what we're going to say.
Denise, is there any? Is there one last thing you would like to add about yourself that we didn't ask? Add about your books, or add about your experience?
Well, this was a great experience. I really enjoyed it.
And we enjoyed it.
I know we was doing the brainstorming and everything, like you just said. Blossom came with the writers' room.
It just bloomed in here today.
Yeah.
That's right.
So
bells and bloom.
I'm looking forward to it. The collaboration of trying to get this book in order.
It's gonna be fun.
And just other hats that I have, because I'm also doing acting workshops. So that's a busy thing.
She's an actor too. She's a thespian.
Doing that.
She played my mother in a play.
Yes, I know that.
So
we are just entrepreneurs here. I'm also into the acting. I'm more on the directing side. Like I mentioned, I'm directing my audio dramatic audio book. Plus, we still have our Readers Theater that we are still looking for individuals who know how to read dramatically. For some of the drama that we have in store for a new podcast that's coming out real soon, our Readers Theater podcast. So if any of you too would like to be involved with that, I'm extending an invitation because
I have a girlfriend that's invited a girlfriend that wanted me to collaborate with her on a podcast.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
So don't know when it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But
Okay. Beautiful.
that.
We're all growing and we're all blooming, which is
Yes.
a blessing.
That's right. So you've been listening to Author Speak from Real Talk with Real People podcast. I am your host, Caroline Bethea-Jones. My co-host is the fabulous Renee Marshall McKinley. And our fabulous guest today is Miss Denise Sparrow.
Thank you for having me.
I got to tell you, I love being in the company of beautiful, creative women, and so this day has been a great day for me.
Yes.
It's been a blessing.
It's been a very good blessing.
We're grateful.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are very grateful.
And appreciative.
We are grateful and appreciative, and we're also going to be pouring love into the sisterhood that we have here. And we will not be looking for someone to love because our hearts are not fragile.
That's right.
And we have not been deceived. But you saw what I did there, right?
I saw what you did.
But we are grateful to have you here, our listening audience, and thank you again for showing up. And if you would like to be a guest of ours on Author Speak, please send us an email to, it's going to be in the tagline, but send us an email to novel2go@gmail.com. And novel2go is spelled NOVEL, the number 2, GO@gmail.com. Thank you once again for tuning in, and we'll see you next time with another edition of Real Talk with Real People, Author Speak. Thank you very much.